I'm Rodney Reynolds, and today I'm talking about Assassin's Creed Mirage. This is a game that will be released by Ubisoft, and it will happen next month on October the 5th. I'm really looking forward to this game. The problem this year is that there are so many games to play, and I am not the type of person that will jump from like one game to another game to another game and juggle 5 games at once. Can't do it. Never could do that. I usually engross myself in a game and play it. But this looks good. This kind of looks like we're getting back to the way it used to be. I've played most of the Assassin's Creed games, and I have to say, overall, even Valhalla, I like them all in their own way. So that's the thing. When I play a game, I try to play the game as it was intended by the developer and not get into anything. I don't try to analyze the game and try and compare it to the last game and possible future games and all the games that existed and all the other things which some people get into, and I can't figure that out. I don't know. Some reviewers out there, some people out there, some gamers out there, I don't know honestly what their story is, but I mean, some games are really bad. Yes, that's true. Very true. Horrible games, and some games developers push them out too soon. There's all kinds of problems. Cross our finger on this one. Let's hope it's a good game overall and there aren't too many bugs. Now, this particular news article is more lean towards what we can expect when it comes to, specs and features of the game, but as it relates to, gaming on your PC. And this is how it affects me per se. I have to say though, even Valhalla at max settings, and even on a 3080, let's say, not a 4000 series card, but that game pretty much spec'd all the way out with all the eye candy on it. I never had really much of an issue with that. So let's just go through a few things here. Let's play the trailer here first.
How are you feeling?
Ready to make the leap.
It is time, Basim.
Okay, so that looks awesome. Absolutely awesome. You can see some of the things they detailed there about some of the specs, right? I'm not going to read through this whole thing. I will link you actually to this article, and this is on Ubisoft's website. And, it's about all the new hardware and GPUs and CPUs and some other things here as well. But it looks to me like this could be a really good game overall. The Assassin's Creed series, like I said, I've enjoyed them all, even the older ones, in their own right. I think they've all been quite spectacular. There's been some flops, but I mean, for the most part, they're all pretty good. But this one really looks like it's going back to like a desert environment. Yeah, I love the fact that the graphics are so good. You get absorbed in, the scenery. you try and you try and just soak it all in, and that's near impossible. And sometimes you get caught up in that, right? It's a game. You have missions and you do all that kind of stuff, but the journey along the way is so enjoyable. And yeah, that's really what I love about the Assassin's Creed series. Just such an enjoyable overall, beautiful experience. But as for hardware requirements, it looks like you're going to need to have at least somewhat of a decent computer system, and we'll go through this here now. The minimum requirements, which I would forget completely about this, to be honest. If you're meeting these, you're not truly, honestly enjoying the game the way it should be enjoyed. And if you can't afford to get at least recommended or enthusiast, then just save up and maybe get better hardware and then play the game so you can experience that way. That's how I feel about it anyway. If I can't have lots of eye candy in a game and the game can't be good from start to finish, then I don't really want to play it. I have no interest in it. And that's some of the problem that I have with games released before 2014 in particular. Anything before that, graphically speaking, it's pretty poor overall. I know some of the games have been remastered, but yeah, so you can see here on the screen, some of the minimum requirements. And I would, in all honesty, go for sure, if you're going with NVIDIA, go with a 3000 series 3080, a 3070 Ti, AMD, an RX 6900 XT series, Intel CPUs. Well, I mean, get something that's current spec, right? And memory, I usually get 32 gigabytes. My system that I usually go for that because I have browsers and stuff open, and and screen recorders and stuff usually open as well. And you have the latest operating system. But this is something else as well. That is see the top section here where it says resolution. This is a bit of a misnomer because a lot of people today will go with a 1080p because they can actually game natively and have a decent video card, right, at that resolution. When you go beyond 1080p, you're getting into larger and more expensive and much more power orientated computer gear, both on the GPU and CPU side of things. Just keep that in mind. I mean, 2K that's what I have right now. I was gaming for years on 1080p for that reason. I wanted to play natively on a reasonably priced video card overall, good bang for the buck kind of video card, at 1080p. Don't go all out and think that, okay, I need to get a brand new monitor that's 4K. That's just, to be honest, it's probably a waste of money. Get what you can afford. If you can afford a 4K display and the latest and greatest hardware, absolutely, man, go ahead and get it. But otherwise, if you can't, get something and save up for something that is decent. I'm not saying get something that's totally cheap and it's not going to be enough, and you're not going to be able to enjoy the game, because you won't be able to truly enjoy the game the way it was intended. So that's pretty much all the talking that I'm going to do about this. I mean, what do you guys think about the trailer? What are you hoping for in this game that's coming up? I am really hoping that they get, they go back to some of the games that they've released in the past, get back to basics in some respects. However, nothing is basic anymore when it comes to games. It's such a sophisticated system now. They have that UI that's just brilliant. I think it's something else. Really looking forward to this myself. Let me know what you think. Let us know. And make sure as well that you like this video. Hit the notification bell. That helps me out a lot. Share, comment, subscribe. Also consider becoming a Patreon. You can as well pick up, and unfortunately the motherboard tray is not removable t-shirt. And I will see you in the next one. Now this will actually show my age quite a bit, but is there anyone out there that remembers a snowmobile that was named Mirage? I had one in the 80s. That thing, God, I had so much fun on that snowmobile.